everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Richa. I'm a software developer turned into a tarot reader. And in today's video, we're going to talk about how you can do your own tarot readings. So I know there are hundreds and thousands of YouTube videos out there that talks specifically about what are some of the meanings of different tarot cards. And I know there are a couple of videos on my channel as well that talks about a given card and the meaning of that card. There are definitely lots and lots of resources available for you on Google to know what the meaning of this card is. For example, if it's High Priestess versus if it's Ten of Cups, Three of Swords. There are many different cards in Tarot card deck, and there are many resources on YouTube and on Google. However, nobody really talks about how do you put these pieces of puzzle together. So let's say you're doing a reading and you have five different cards that pop up. How do you put those five different meanings together to come up with your own story or to come up with your own prediction? In today's video, that's exactly what we're going to focus on. So we're going to be talking about real life examples of some of the questions that my clients have asked me, and we're going to pull the cards live. I'm going to talk about very briefly about the meaning of these cards, but mainly we're going to be focusing on building that story, building that prediction. In today's video, we'll focus on the love readings because those are the most popular questions I get as a tarot reader. So stay tuned while we talk about some of those popular questions, pull some cards, and build a story around it. So without much ado, let's get started. The very first question that often gets asked to a tarot reader is what's going to happen next in my love life? It's a very popular question with most of my clients as well. So let's see how we can do a simple past, present, and future reading with just three cards. For every reading, obviously, you have to shuffle your deck and you can shuffle it as many times as you want. I usually just kind of let my, wherever I feel comfortable, I keep on shuffling till then and I go from there. So let's say once you're done shuffling, you want to pull three different cards. So this is the very first spread that we're going to be talking about as well. Right? So let's say we are done shuffling. I'm going to pull three cards. In a tarot reading, in a three-card spread, the first card stands for what happened in the past, the second one stands for what's happening right now, and the third card is what's going to happen in the future. So past, present, and future. And you need to know what's happened in the past to be able to connect the dots with what's going to happen in the present versus the future. When you're building a story, just like when you talk to your friends about your relationship, it's this pretty much the same thing that you're doing with your cards. You're talking about what happened in the past, what's happening now, and then your cards will tell you what's going to happen in the future. So let's look at what the past card says. Three of Swords. So let's briefly cover what the meaning of Three of Swords is. So as you can see, it doesn't look very happy, right? Like there's a heart, there are three swords. So obviously not a very good card for a love reading, especially for the past. You also see these clouds and then there are rains in the background. So this also denotes that the times were not that good, like, it's like rainy days. And Three of Swords in general is a card of heartbreak. So whether it's a love reading or career reading, it's not a very positive card to get. So I can conclusively say, like, what's going to happen next in your love life. Well, in the past, your heart was broken quite sadly. Now let's look at what the middle one says. So this is the present, what's happening right now in your love life. Okay, so this is five, and these are swords. So again, Three of Swords, Five of Swords. Again, Five of Swords is not a very happy card, as you can see. This person is, carrying all these swords, but they are still looking back. And these people, they have lost the war. Their swords are at the bottom. And the general meaning of this card is looking back and regretting something. So even though this person has won, he's not very happy with his winning. Whoever your client is, that these are the cards that comes up. In the past, you were heartbroken. Right now, you're still kind of stuck on the past because you're still looking backwards. And it's quite looking at these two, looking at this guy, looking at the meaning. So the breakup could have happened because you initiated the breakup and now you're maybe regretting your breakup. That's something that we can build a story with, right? Like we can see there was a heartbreak, there was a breakup. We can definitely see that. We can see that you, whoever is asking the question, the client, the querent, if you're doing a reading for yourself, then it's going to be you. If you're doing the reading for somebody else, it's whoever you're doing the reading for. So that person is not very happy with this breakup. And because this person is looking back, it's quite possible that they are the one who are looking back and regretting their decision. Now let's look at what's going to happen in the future. So this is the future card. Ah, the Fool. We've already covered this one in our first video. So the Fool talks about beginning of the new journey. And this is actually very interesting. I'm glad the Fool card came here because how do I know that this is the beginning of the new journey versus it's not the negative card? Because it's the future. In the future, obviously, you're not going to fall, right? Or it's a very logical story that gets formed. These two are minor arcanas. This is a major arcana. A major arcana always carries a huge energy. So just looking at this, I can conclusively see what's going to happen next in your love life. Well, you had a breakup, you're still stuck on your past, but soon enough, you will have a new beginning. You will soon enough find new energy. You will soon enough find a new relationship. You'll soon enough find your new sunshine because of all the different meanings that we see in this card. And that's how you piece the puzzle together. That's how you form a tarot card reading. And this is a three card reading. And for today's video, we'll try to stick with three cards because they're a little simpler to understand. Now, let's take an example. What if these two cards were switched? If this is how our reading came up to be. In that case, I will say this is still the past. So you still went through a heartbreak. In the present, you took a leap of faith in one of your relationships. However, because the conclusion of this is Five of Swords, meaning you're going to start, because this is the card of regret, as we can see from the imagery, meaning you're going to regret this relationship. So something not so happy is going to happen. So when these card positioning were like this, we concluded that, oh, you're going to get into a good relationship, all of that. However, the second this was switched, because the story changed, your past, present, and future changed, you can build a different story. So I hope that made sense on how you can build your own story around these kind of questions. Let's look at another example. Right after a breakup, my clients would come to me asking like, "Hey, I broke up with so and so. Do you think we'll get back together?" And it's a very popular question, and I'm sure it must have happened to you as well. You know, when something really terrible happens or something very emotional happens, you just cannot think straight and you just rush to a tarot reader. You try to ask them the questions, you try to get somebody else to tell you what's going to happen. Good news is you can actually pull simple yes or no cards for these kind of questions. And yes and no reading with tarot is the easiest because you just have to pull one card and this one card will tell you what the answer is. You can obviously keep pulling more cards to try to understand the story behind that yes or no. However, if you just want a yes or no answer for your question, one tarot card will be enough. So let's look at an example, right? So our question is, I broke up with so and so. Will they come back to me? And because it's a very simple question, I'm not gonna shuffle for too long. I'm just gonna pull one card and let's see how that's going to end up. You don't necessarily have to pull from the top. You can literally pull from wherever you want. Again, you make the rules with your tarot card. So this one. So it's Ten of Swords. Again, you can see this is not a very happy card from the looks of it, right? It's all dark. There's this guy, he has like 10 swords. These are all the swords. He has 10 swords in his back. Definitely not a nice card. So it's a negative meaning, it means it's a no card. If the card inspired positivity, then of course it would be a yes. So let's take a look. Nine of Cups. So this is a positive card. If this card came instead, then because it's all yellow, it's all happiness, it's all cups, it's emotions. This person is quite happy, like he has all his cups with him. So that would be a positive card. That would be a yes. Will he or she come back? Yes. Will he or she come back with this card? No. So very simple, very easy to do a yes and a no reading with tarot. Just look at the imagery of the tarot card. If it's a positive imagery, it means a yes. If it's a negative imagery, it means a no. Let's look at one more question. This next question is actually very interesting. I quite enjoy this question. And this is, how can I improve my love life? It's a very rare question. There are very few people who ask this because when something bad happens or something good happens, we're so engrossed in what's going on that we stop thinking beyond it. But tarot is a great tool to start thinking beyond what's happening right now. How can you improve? How can you get better? So the next question that we're going to be focusing on is about how can I improve my love life. So let's pull some cards. We'll again do the past, present, and future on how I can improve my love life. Let's just shuffle the deck. And since this is a past, present, and future, I'll just shuffle the deck a few more times just to make sure, I give all the cards fair chance, I guess. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to pull a past, a present, and a future card. Okay, so how can I improve my love life? Now, I'm going to need the past to understand what really happened in the past, like, what happened previously. The present is what am I doing right now? Future, what can I do to improve my relationship further? So, same concept, past, present, future. What happened before, what's happening now, what will happen in the future. And this is how, even in terms of advice cards, you can just kind of, paint a picture or build a story. So, let's look at the past card. The tower. So again, as you can see, the background is all dark. There's lightning strike, there's fire, people are falling. It's called the tower. It's it's like in tarot, the tower card is a major arcana card, and this card mainly talks about destruction. So something broke. However, this card does have a little bit of a positive meaning to it, where it's talking a little bit about like, you have to break everything before you can build it up. So that's what the tarot card talks about. Sorry, the tower card talks about. So maybe in the past you tried to deliberately destroy something because you were trying to, make it better. We'll find that out from the present card because we are building a story. So now we know in the past something was destroyed. Let's see what's happening in the future. Ace of Swords. So, Ace of Swords is a minor arcana. A lot of sword cards in today's reading. So, in Ace of Swords, we can see that it's a very positive card. There's like a crown, there's garlands, and there are clouds. There's a hand. It's ace. It's the beginning. It's nice. So, looking at this, something was destroyed, and because this is a sword card, is talking mainly about thinking, your thought processes, all of that. So, with the thought of rebuilding it, just because that's what this card kind of means, and this is what it's telling me, right? What's happening right now. So, definitely, the person wants, or the querent wants to start a new beginning. So, this destroyed whatever was there. They're starting a new beginning. Let's see what the future holds. Ah, the death. Very interesting. So this is another card which is a major arcana, and death is often misinterpreted in many different ways. A death card, by the looks of it, is a negative card, right? So, but because this is an advice reading, what can I do to improve my love life? It's not saying, just kill your relationship. So you have to look at the imagery, you have to start trying to see what actually is there. The meaning of the death card usually means whatever bad is happening right now, it's going to end. However, something new is going to start. So it's mainly talking about the new dawn. And if you look closely to this card, there is a sun rising in the background. So even though everything chaotic is happening on the front side that you can see, in the back, a new dawn is beginning. If we look at this as a story, something was not working, so somebody deliberately broke it down with the thought of improving it. And the advice here is you need to stop focusing on what's happening on the front and start looking and start focusing on the new dawn. So there is definitely a warning here that things may or may not work according to what you like. However, have faith that it's going to start working for you very soon because of the new dawn. So that is how you can build a story. That is how you can sort of, interpret the cards. Look at the cards, what they're saying. Look at the positioning of the card to understand what they mean. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got to learn quite a lot from this one. And if you learned how to build your own story, we will continue this series where I'll keep demonstrating how to do readings for certain types of questions. If you have any particular questions that you want me to cover, please leave them down in the comment section below, and I'll be more than happy to cover them in my future videos. Until then, keep practicing, and I'll see you next time. Bye.